Welcome to The Sugar Show, an inspirational podcast for savvy body sugaring professionals and those who are curious and want to learn to sugar. Have you felt alone on this journey of learning to sugar? Did you feel like you didn't learn enough in your company's certification class and are hungry for more? Are you craving more ideas on how to grow your business? Or what the latest products are you can use on your clients along with sugaring? Here's your host and guide for all things sweet, Shannon, the Sugar Mama. She's an esthetician, author, speaker, mom, sugar biz owner, and most importantly, a sugar professional, just like you. She helps estheticians all over the world not only learn to sugar, but to build their skills and confidence so they can not only set themselves apart, but provide the most amazing experience for their clients. In each Sugar Show, you are going to get help and inspiration, not only from Shannon, but from her very favorite colleagues who are doing amazing things that you should know about. This is The Sugar Show.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of The Sugar Show. We are going to dive into all things sugar with Kate Riley, the Director of Education for Salon Sugar. Hi, Kate.
Good afternoon. How are you, Shannon?
I am so good. You're saying afternoon and it's just morning for me because I'm in California. And Kate, where are you located?
Right. I'm in Concord, New Hampshire.
Concord, New Hampshire. But let's talk about Salon Sugar. And Salon Sugar is actually located in Rhode Island, in East Kingston, Rhode Island.
Right.
And I love that we can bring the states together and really just spread the word throughout the United States, but also bring us together. I love technology, as you know. Bring the states together and get Salon Sugar from Rhode Island, Kate Riley from Connecticut, and Shannon, the Sugar Mama from California together to really have an awesome podcast today. So thanks for joining.
Perfect. I'm glad to be here.
Let's talk for a moment. Let's start at the top and share with us the story of your fearless leader, Peggy Renfrew, and a little bit about how she started Salon Sugar.
Peggy has been working on sugaring for a very long time, and she really came into it by accident. She was dealing with some health issues, and one of the things that she was told was she couldn't do body waxing. Okay. And in asking why she couldn't have body waxing done, they said, because it's too much of a challenge to your immune system. But they said, you could do sugaring, which really was intriguing to her. And that was really how she started on it, because Peggy does not have a background in the beauty industry, but she became intrigued by the concept that there was something that was gentler and safer that she could use even with this health challenge. So that was when she started exploring sugaring and got involved with it. After a number of years of working with another sugar company, she really decided that it was time for her to do what she truly wanted to do, which was empowering women through the use of sugar in the beauty industry.
I love that. How long ago was that?
That was back I started working with Peggy in 1992.
Wow.
And she started Salon Sugar Products in 1995. So we've been working together for many, many years, and she's a delight to work with and is a wealth of knowledge about all things sugar and the sugar industry in general.
She is a wealth of knowledge, and I will bring her on the podcast another time to dive deep into, especially about ingredients and manufacturing of sugar. So it's fascinating. So long ago, not many even people knew what sugar was. And here was Peggy knowing that there was a better way. And so she actually physically manufactures this line, correct?
She does. And she manufactures pretty much 5 days a week, every week.
That's amazing, that reach that she has had for how long that she has had it, which is great. Because a lot of people think that sugaring has just started. And
sugaring's been around for a very, very long time, and it really has taken its time getting into this country. But we know it is a beautiful product, a beautiful process that really can impact people's lives and people's businesses.
That's Uh, we know that for sure. And I love that this is our
Yep, we do.
avenue for getting that out for sure.
Mhm.
So, Kate, tell me about how you got into aesthetics and then how you stumbled upon Peggy and Salon Sugar and how that was born.
Well, I've been in the aesthetics industry for many, many years. I started out in the skincare and cosmetics business right after college. And part of the impetus for me getting into aesthetics was I was intrigued by the American Cancer Society's Look Good, Feel Better program because of my connection with family members and friends who've been impacted by cancer. And at the time, the only people who were allowed to participate with that were cosmetologists, and you needed a license to be able to do it. Still do.
Mhm.
So I thought, well, I can get a license. I can certainly do something with skincare, but I am not a hair person. And at that point, the first schools for strictly skincare for aesthetics were starting, and that was when I got involved in the aesthetics industry. And once I went to school, I decided this truly is a passion for me with skincare. And after I got out of school, I had an opportunity to work in a practice that was interested in exploring the idea of adding sugaring because that many years ago, everyone was teaching strictly waxing.
Mhm.
And I thought, why not learn something new? So I did, um, got pretty good at it, and had clients that said, you know what, I don't ever want to go back to waxing. So it was incumbent on me to really learn how to do sugaring. And after making all of the mistakes that we all make, I also decided that I really wanted to be able to teach people how to do sugaring as well and try and avoid some of the mistakes that I had made going through.
Well, I tell you, when you stumble across sugar, for sure, you can't help but want to spread the word and want to spread the
Hmm.
word right,
Hmm.
because there's
Yep.
so many ways to do it wrong. You want to spread the word right. So I love that
So I
that was
met
your
Peggy
calling.
through I met Peggy through my initial sugaring training, and she and I connected and decided that when I decided that I would like to teach it, she incorporated that. And when she decided to start her own business, it was only natural for me to go along with Peggy because she's my link to the industry.
I love that. I love that these two dynamo women with all kinds of knowledge and a passion for teaching came together to make this happen. So, um, tell me a little bit about your teaching program and where you've been. Where in the world has Kate Riley been teaching and affecting this sugar industry?
I've been quite a few different places. I've taught both individual practices, individual estheticians or cosmetologists. I've worked with different distributorships to bring aboard sugaring and to help their people to be able to teach the sugaring process. And for me, I do less of the everyday hands-on teaching. My position now with Salon Sugar products is to assure that there's a consistency of training and that we are able to carry the message not only of sugaring, but also the empowerment that goes along with it and how it can be an important part of your practice.
Ugh, I love this, Kate, because really it's about showing people a better way,
Hmm.
about the proper education,
Hmm.
and about really making sure that estheticians and thus sugaring professionals
Hmm.
are empowered to then carry it on to their guests or their clients, you
Absolutely.
know?
Hmm.
Yeah, and when you have learned this technique, you really do feel as though, and that's what I found here at Sugar Mamas, I really do feel as though I'm caring for my clients and thus empowering them.
Right.
It's pretty special. So
Hmm.
you were sharing with me before the show started about a cosmetology school that was kind of done with waxing. You had gone to help them out a little bit, and tell me about their waxing to sugaring success story.
Well, when I went, I had approached the school because I thought there would be a good opportunity to incorporate that into their training as, an adjunct to waxing, another option. And when I went into the school, I was told, well, we don't even teach waxing anymore. We used to, but we ran into a problem, and, it's messy, it's dirty, it gets all over things, it stains things. And the real straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, was when somebody knocked an entire jar of liquid wax into the washing machine, destroying the washing machine.
Into the washing machine. Oh,
into the washing machine. And wax will not come out of that.
No.
So they were intrigued by the idea of sugar, which would not give you that same problem and could make it that much cleaner and easier to clean up from all aspects. And that's one of the things that I love about sugar, is that it's easy to use, it's easy to clean up, it doesn't stain the linens. You can actually put a nice linen on your treatment table. You're not dealing with paper from that standpoint. So it truly can be much more of a spa experience. And when I was talking with the woman that I worked with, who was the director of the school at the time, I was demonstrating some sugaring on her, and I had gotten sugar on her brows, I had gotten some sugar on her lip, and she had a phone call and took the phone call. And 20 minutes later, she came back and she said, oh my God, it's still on my face. I said, it's not a problem, not an issue. Zip, 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 got it off cleanly, no residue, no irritation. And she said, we have got to have this stuff.
The proof is in the sugar, my friends. The proof is in the sugar.
Absolutely.
That's right. Kate, help me to understand the cosmetology schools. Help our audience. I understand, but help me to help the audience understand where the future is for cosmetology schools with sugaring, and what you're seeing. Are they starting to take it on more on the East Coast? I'm here in the West Coast, and we are training as much as we possibly can in the cosmetology schools. What are you seeing on the East Coast in the cosmetology schools?
I think we're seeing, they are isolated schools. It's not necessarily a wave that's occurring. It is some people with vision who realize that there is another skill that can be taught to their students, whether it's a cosmetology school or an aesthetic school, that is a step beyond, giving them something new to look forward to, something new to do. And with the advent of the strip sugaring products, a good quality strip sugaring product that can give you an easy transition from a strip wax to a strip sugar, there's just some slight tweaking that goes on. It's very easy to teach that additional skill with all the benefits that we know about sugar without starting from the ground up again, as it were.
Yeah.
So strip is really a way of getting both clients and professionals into a sugar-based product. And then for those who truly want that exceptional spa or hand technique, that can be added on as well. So we see a combination of those, and the strip really has been a start for us with the schools.
Yeah. I feel as though when I encounter that visionary school owner, it thrills me as well, because I know that school is understanding that they're helping to set their students apart and not just teaching to the state board, but they're really taking their school to the next level. And I love visionary directors who say, well, you know what, we teach them wax because we have to, but we want to teach them sugar because it's really what's going to set our students apart and make a difference.
Right.
So I love that you're seeing that too on the East Coast, because that's what we're seeing over here. We are going to dive into the strip sugar idea even more in the unboxing class that we're going to do. We are going to, in the SugarTribe, for those of you that don't know, we are going to be unboxing the sugar products. As you can see next to me here, we have the entire Salon Sugar line for those of you that are listening to the podcast. And in the SugarTribe, we are going to be unboxing each of these products and really showing you, for example, the ingredients and feel of the powder, the ingredients of the pre-cleanse, what you're using for lotion, We're going to talk about the spatulas. We're going to talk about, for Salon Sugar's case, we're going to be talking about strip sugar and why you would use a strip sugar, how you use a strip sugar differently, and what the difference really is between strip and hand. Let's talk about that for just a quick second. In what you're seeing is people that are waxing, switching to strip sugar is kind of the basics to just basically take out the plastic and resin out of their hand and put lemon sugar and water in its place. If they want to continue the wax technique, they can do that for some body parts. Others, it's a little more difficult to do with the strip sugar. And then the hand method is really what's taking their practice to the next level, but they can kind of switch entree into the strip. Talk about your strip sugar a little bit.
The strip sugar was a difficult formulation because it is a different, it's a very different texture than the hand sugar, obviously, because it needs to go on thinly onto the skin.
And it's not just, let's clarify, it's not just soft paste that you're cranking the heat on to get it to go thin. I think sometimes people think, oh, well, if I just turn up the heat on my sugar, I can get it to go thin. And let's talk about why you wouldn't do that.
Well, you wouldn't want to do that because at a certain point, you're really continuing to cook that sugar, and it will change the consistency of it. You won't get strip sugar. You'll just get an overheated hand sugar that isn't going to work well for either one.
Right.
So it truly is a separate, a totally different formulation.
So it's a different recipe. It's a different formula that makes sure that you have consistent treatment every time when you are using it. Okay. Which is really good to know for sugaring professionals out there. You just don't, like I said, just don't crank it up. You're just cooking the sugar. We really want to have a paste that is made to be a strip sugar. And talk about the different body parts that you're seeing people have success in. Maybe if they're frustrated with the hand method, how strip sugar has kind of helped them with that.
The basic strip sugar was really designed for pretty much your large body parts. It goes on in a very, very thin layer. It grabs a hold of that hair, legs, arms, certain areas on a man's back or chest will do well with the strip sugar, and I usually use it to clear away bulk on that. There is also a sugar and strip for stubborn hair that works very well for areas of the face, that works well for areas that are a little bit more stubborn, or on clients that are running a little warmer, where they tend to melt the regular sugar and strip paste. The third one is the Bikini Beauty, and that's really designed for your areas of terminal hair, your underarm, your bikini line, some very stubborn facial hair, occasionally for brows. So you've got a lot of flexibility within the strip pastes, and they really were designed for either the waxing professional to transition into sugaring, or for that sugaring professional who wants a very quick way of clearing away bulk of the hair.
That's great. That's great. I love that you all kind of have a little something for everyone. You really have, like that transition paste. You have beautiful hand paste. Again, we're going to show those in the unboxing. And I love that a lot of thought has been put into the pre and post line for you. So let's talk a little bit about pre and post.
Sure.
And then we'll dive into that, and let's talk about that at kind of a bird's eye level, and then we'll dive into ingredients and things in the unboxing. But share a little bit with the concept around the products that you have in addition to the sugar.
The ancillary products that go along with it, first of all, is the antimicro soap. The idea is you want to remove any oil, dirt, bacteria, anything that's on the surface of the skin, leave the hair clean so that the paste can stick to it. And it's a very gentle soap that doesn't leave any residue on there. So once that's been thoroughly cleansed, the next step is the drying powder, which is a purified powder that goes on there. It dries the hair so that the paste sticks to it, dries the skin so that the paste doesn't stick to it, and really prepares the skin and the hair well for that. At that point, you dive right into the paste, do your treatment with that, and then you're going to follow it up with the Cool Mist, which is a non-alcohol antiseptic liquid. We put it in a spray, like it that way, and that diminishes bacterial growth for 4 to 6 hours after it's applied to the skin.
Mm-hmm.
We do not have a separate lotion because we depend on the professionals to use the lotion or the product that they would prefer as a follow-up. So whether you're using a calming serum from your skincare line, or a non-fragranced, or a lotion with arnica for the body, it's really up to the professional to choose what they would like for their clients, and it really rolls them into their professional treatment line.
I love it. I love it. And then you also have dry brushes and spatulas and all kinds of things, again, that we're going to get into in the unboxing, and we're going to share those with all of you. And Kate, I love what you all are doing. I love the message that you and Peggy are spreading, and your team. And tell us a little bit about what makes you the most proud of being a part of Salon Sugar.
I think the thing that makes me the proudest is the fact that we have been able to share it with so many people. And those people have also been inspired to share it beyond that. And from my clients who talk to other people and say, you have to be there, to the professionals that I work with, the students that I've had who've been successful on their own. One of my favorite stories was a client came in one day and she said, I don't know if your ears were burning, but I was sitting in church yesterday and I kept hearing your name. They must all be sugarers.
Church. Praise Jesus. Love the sugar. Oh, I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Kate, for sharing Salon Sugar with us. I really, really appreciate you. And I know the sugaring industry is excited to have strong educators like yourself really spreading the word and really helping the beauty industry to understand what it is this sugar thing is all about. So thank you for being on the Sugar Show today.
Thank you, Shannon. It was a pleasure.
Yes, and we are going to, like I said, we're going to be unboxing all of these products, and that'll be back in the SugarTribe. So make sure that you jump on in there. You can find us at lovetossugar.com. Click on the SugarTribe and join this sugar movement that we have, because the goal is to make sure that we all switch from that wax stuff to our beautiful ball of sugar. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in class.